Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the SLO County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 011111911.
You're listening to Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Well, Jeff, we weren't able to wrap it up yesterday, but 70% of people choose fries with their burger when they go out to eat at a restaurant. Late last week, we were talking about burgers and chips and fries. Jeff said, well, I like potato chips. So we put potato chips on there. We put fries, chips, green salad, pasta, potato salad. Should have put onion rings. I think that would have been a popular choice. Fries running away with it. Then in a two-way tie, it's green salad or some sort of pasta or potato salad. So 30% salad, 30% fries. Chips not getting one vote. Nobody likes potato chips.
Because everything else that you added in there has got, like, I would choose onion rings over potato.
I didn't put onion rings on there, though. I'm thinking I should have. I should have.
I think if you put onion rings on there, it would have ran away with it.
Yeah. I mean, I could have put, beer battered mushrooms. I could have put nachos. I could have put potato skins. I could have put, whatever.
What's potato skins?
You don't remember potato skins?
Oh, is that where they put like cheese, bacon, and chives on it? It's
almost like a twice baked potato. So they scoop out half of the potato, and then they make, sour cream and cheese and bacon and onions, or sometimes the onions are on top. Then they put it back in there. They top it with cheese and sour cream.
That is a twice baked potato.
And then they put the green olives or chives on top, and then they bake it, and that's potato skins. But they're on the skins. Some places just do.
Did you say green olives or chives?
Sometimes they scoop it out. No.
Green onions.
Green onions. If I said olives, I didn't mean to.
You said olives, and I was like, oh, that sounds disgusting.
I like green olives, but not in that situation. I agree. Black olives, yes. But you're not an olive guy, are you?
I like black olives.
On pizza?
That's the black olive is the only. I like them. Yeah, I mean, I don't like them as much as my kids do on their own. They'll take them. And
I like green olives, but it has to be like in a Bloody Mary or Caesar or something like that.
I don't know what it is. Like, what's the flavor difference in the two? There is a flavor difference.
Oh, there's a huge flavor difference. The black olive is it's savory, it's smooth, doesn't have the bite that the green olive has. It's really salty and it's got a bite. But if it's soaking in vodka and tomato juice, there's something that it's okay with me.
Okay.
Or on its own, I'll eat some. That Costco has some really good ones where they stuff a garlic clove inside the green olive. Now, have you ever you've had the Castelvetrano, right? Those are really good green olives. They're popular around here on
You're talking to a guy that only eats black olives.
You like the charcuteries.
On pizza.
I'm not eating something
called a classical violin olive.
And it's called a Castelvetrano, and it's got a pit in it, and it's a smaller green olive. You've never had one around here? Had to spit out the pit? Yeah,
no, I'm not doing that.
It tastes like butter. I mean, it's good. I've been
to places before where they have like an olive bar, and I look at that olive bar, and I'm like, what the hell? I would not eat I would not put any of these things in my mouth
until you're starving.
And the black one, that's
lock you in a closet for 3 days, like Aaron Rodgers, and then you'll eat an olive.
The black ripe California red can olive. That's the best olive and the only olive in my book. And I can't think that I'm the only one that thinks this way, unless I'm trying to impress somebody with vocabulary and knowledge of olives, because that is the best-selling olive.
Okay, well, once again, just because you're naive and an idiot doesn't mean that I'm trying to impress anybody. I live somewhere where these are very prominent. This is one of the most prominent olives at any tasting charcuterie board thing that you go to.
Is it as prominent everywhere. As the black olive in a red can that says Lindsay on it?
It's more. I would say it's even more. Even more. Because
I've
you're never
ordered a
served
pizza with
that
olives,
as an appetizer.
And I never ordered a pizza with olives, and then they slice up some kind of green tiny olive.
No,
and then
because that's not what this olive is meant for. This olive is meant for. That's like saying you don't put ketchup on fish. You put it in tartar sauce because that's not meant for that.
Fish is okay with ketchup. Certain kind, like fish sticks.
No.
Fish sticks. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, whatever.
Fine.
I've lost you. But my point
sticks
is,
are great with
it's a very popular thing. Next time you're out and there is one of these boards that everybody's munching on, grab one of those little green olives and just give it a try. You might be pleasantly
The
surprised.
problem with charcuterie boards is they're too fancy. Like, they need to keep it simple on the charcuterie board. Like pepperoni.
First off,
maybe some
it's
summer
pronounced
sausage.
Like chauffeur or Shane or whatever. It's not Charles. It's not a charcuterie board.
Well, then this is the part of the
It's
problem.
like the chumash or the
speak of.
shumash. It's the chumash.
Okay, this
it's
is part of the problem that I speak of. Then I will eat the charcuterie board that has Ritz crackers.
Just like
Colby
you're going to
Jack
have yourself
cheese.
a chimichanga.
If I want to be fancy, I'll get the Colby Jack cheese. If I am regular guy, I'm going just regular straight sharp cheddar, and then summer sausage, Ritz crackers, and maybe some salami if I really want to fancy it.
By the way, new poll question, though, up today, brought to you by Justin Stearns at Assist Home Loans. 5-star rated on Google. Make sure you hit the link at kzoc.com. He's your mortgage specialist. All right?
5-star rated, just like Coca-Cola's 5-star rated.
Yes, Coke or Pepsi. That's the question today. Costco is going back to Coke at the food court. So instead of getting a Diet Pepsi now, I'm hoping they're going to have Coke Zero.
Say goodbye.
But they probably
Bye-bye,
won't.
Pepsi.
But they may. But it's all going to be Coke products. So are you Team Coke or Team Pepsi? Let us know at kzoc.com.
I'm not trying to discriminate against you because I know that you are now a part of the victim class. Have you heard this term, handism?
No. Oh, this has something to do with being left-handed. Listen, I love being left-handed, okay? All you people that think that we have it so bad, you're wrong. We have it great. Golf clubs, super cheap. Now, you don't find as many options. Sometimes you go into a store, you look for golf clubs. But other than that, left-handing, there's really nothing that...
But when you do find left-handed clubs, you're like, oh, yeah, score this deal.
Yeah,
Because
it's usually
they
a
only
deal.
apply to 10% of the population. And you're talking about 5% of the population golfs, and that might be...
You know what's weird about that? You always say that
liberal
such a small
estimation.
percentage is left-handed, yet most of the people I know are left-handed. Isn't that weird?
Well, because you probably flock to your group of
I think a lot of people are ambidextrous, or they started out
victim class.
left-handed and their parents. This will change, by the way, because when we were young, people would try to tell my parents, oh, you need to get him using his right hand. You know, those left-handers, they're like, mentally unstable or something.
What?
I don't know. Yeah, this was a thing. And so my parents were like, no, he's going to be left-handed. My dad's like, he's going to be a great baseball player. Well, sorry, Dad.
You got
It's a good thing. It's a good thing you're not with us anymore because it didn't
hate
work.
baseball
Your
players?
dream never worked out. Baseball players tried to steal my girlfriend, and I was never that good at hitting the ball.
So as far as how you guys are discriminated against, they tested 400 left-handers, and they had to answer each of the questions each of these questions that just applied to societal norms from 1 to 7, agree and disagree. And they found that they have a medium average level of perceived discrimination for being left-handed. So they feel like they are discriminated against by society. And I think you just mentioned it by saying when, you were a kid and they're left-handers.
Yeah.
And everybody was saying, oh, you got to get him to write with his right hand because it's going to be so much easier for him. And he's got a
Right-handed world. But really, being left-handed, and there is no right-handed world. I don't see a difference. I guess I could force it upon myself.
You got
like
special scissors?
people. What?
You got special scissors. I remember that in like kindergarten and first grade and second
Yeah, they
grade.
said lefty on them. They said lefty
Yeah.
on them. Yeah.
And they had like a green thing. And
Well, you know what the funny thing is?
If
Now-
you were late to the scissor bin, all you had were lefties.
All
and you're like,
scissors
okay, I'm
are
gonna-
ambidextrous now. I mean, they cut in both hands. It doesn't matter for the
Yeah.
most part. Or I use my right to cut. I learned how to use my right to cut too.
because it's a right-handed world. right?
I guess, but I never noticed it. I guess I'm not going to dwell on it.
I think being a left-handed person is great because it helps you overcome certain things. And from a problem-solving perspective, it's great. Like every once in a while, you would have to use right-handed scissors, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, I'll use the right-handed scissors. I'll cut with my right hand. I'll figure it out. It's problem-solving. In some cultures, they found that broader societal norms discriminate against left-handers. For example, teachers in school retraining left-handed children to use their right hand for writing. In some cultures, that's still going on. Yeah. I don't think that happens here in the United States.
No, they would be sued, lose their job, and blacklisted.
And individual experiences. Many left-handers report them being discriminated against on a personal level, like mean jokes about left-handedness by family members or coworkers. Or
I would love to hear some left-handed jokes. I've never heard any. If you got any, send them in. 805-543-3693.
Don Rickles was like the greatest insult comedian of all time. I never heard him like lob out anything towards a left-hander.
What's funny about a left-hander? What are they? I don't think it's such a small difference that most people don't even notice it. It's funny.
I like it when I come across a left-hander. Like in the world of I'm a youth coach, and the kids that I've coached have been from the ages of 4 to 8. Okay. And sometimes they don't know whether or not they're left-handed or right-handed at especially the early ages. They're like trying it both ways. And whatever works for them is whatever works for them. But from a competitive edge standpoint, it's good to have left-handers. I think left-handers are better at sports because they can figure stuff out and they go at it. Like, for example, left-handed layup in basketball, so hard to execute unless you're a left-hander. If you're a left-hander, it's easy to execute. And nobody guards to that area. So if you're a left-handed basketball player, you have an edge.
I think most guys are used to bringing the ball down on that side of the court, on their right side, which
exactly. Exactly. So it's like if you have that diversity on your team, a left-hander, a right-hander lineup, you're throwing some curveballs to the opposition because they're going to just assume for the first part of the game where you could build up a little lead, that everybody's going to go to the right because most people have a tendency to go to the right unless you have a left-hander on your team. You have a left-hander on your team, you're having that guy bring up the ball, throwing everybody for a loop, open some people up on the other side too. Once they figure it out, left-hand is awesome.
Jeff and Jeremy in the morning. Don't miss a moment. Subscribe to the podcast on Google, Apple, YouTube by clicking on Jeff and Jeremy at KZOZ.com.
Question today, KZOZ.com, brought to you by Justin Stearns at Assist Home Loans, your mortgage refinance expert, 5-star rated on Google, and the link at KZOZ.com, asking if you're Team Coke or Pepsi. What is your choice? What is your choice? Or go to KZOZ.com.
Okay, so in the great 50 states of the United States, who did this? Oh, it's a place. It's a casino up in Canada, I guess. Casino.ca. They ranked people's favorite cheese by state in the United States.
Okay,
and American cheese is on there. But how many states do you think picked American cheese? American cheese is Kraft slices, right?
Yeah,
Kraft
it's crap. It's crap when it comes to cheese, I'd say. But I know a lot of people like American cheese, and I'm going to say out of 50 states, how about 8?
1.
Oh.
And it's like the smallest state, Delaware. Not the smallest, but damn near the smallest. Yeah. These are the cheeses that they ask people to rank. Cheddar, mozzarella, American, brie, smoked Gouda, pepper jack, Havarti, and Colby.
All very good cheeses. No blue cheese in there, I think, or Gorgonzola, which is good.
Yeah, I think that's a little
Much.
strong for everybody's
It's
taste.
got a bite.
Yeah.
I'm sure cheddar was number one.
Yeah, 24 states.
Gouda,
Including-
Gouda's got to be
including
the top.
Arizona, Nevada, California, Washington, Idaho, Colorado, Texas.
Wait.
I would have thought Texas was pepper jack for sure, but that's fine.
Oh, pepper jack's
Nebraska, Minnesota for sure.
I like
once you get up
Havarti.
into those.
But what about
This is crazy. You know,
Did
we used to
you
flip
said Gouda, right? But did you say what's the one that comes?
smoked Gouda.
What did you say? Oh, okay. Did you say the one that
And
comes
only-
and it looks like a little cheese wheel, but it's got like the rind on the outside and it's really soft cheese in the middle? What's it called?
Brie.
Brie. Is that on there?
Brie is. I'm trying to see what the state is because it's one of the eastern seaboard states. It looks like it's.
Oh, not a California state, huh?
Oh no, it's Brie is Washington D.C.'s favorite cheese. Is that not surprising? Like where all the elites live, they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, my favorite cheese is Brie." That's the only state that said Brie. And it wasn't
well,
even a
but
state,
Brie's
it's
really
just a
good
city.
though. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with them. I really.
We'll move to Washington D.C. then.
You put it in the
You
microwave.
also
to
said you
soften
like
it up a little
green
bit.
olives.
Oh yeah, I love green olives.
over-
Brie's really good. Brie's very popular on the charcuterie boards too.
Yeah, I know. Oh yeah, Brie and green olives. Huh?
Aged Gouda is one of my favorites.
Smoked Gouda
It's good
is the favorite of Oregonians and Louisianans, and that's it.
Let me guess, California.
Okay, I told it to you already, but go ahead.
Oh, you did? I missed it. Was it Gouda?
That's fine. No.
Cheddar?
Yes.
Most states are going to be cheddar. I mean, that's just...
15 states came in second. Their favorite cheese. You want to guess? Mr. Palate Man.
No, I'm not going to play your game. Break.
Oh, the stuff with the rind. I love the stuff with the rind. Oh, you just like stuff that's hard to eat.
No, well...
The harder
no.
to eat, the better it
The
tastes.
cheese
to
on
you.
the inside is really good. I mean, I think most people would agree that Brie is awesome. It's creamy.
But then if you get a little bit of the rind in on that knife and you spread
a
it,
little bit of a blue cheese flavor. It's a mold, so yeah, it's but it's you can eat it. I prefer it without
mozzarella is number 2.
mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
You just we're not saying mozzarella anymore because what?
No, it's mozzarella.
Because you hang around your kids so
Alaska
much
likes
and
mozzarella.
they shorten up all the words.
Mozzarella.
Can we still talk like adults until 10 o'clock? What do you say?
I think I'm doing it. I think I'm doing it in respect to the Italians by calling it mozzarella.
It's mozzarella.
'Cause that's what it is.
Mozzarella.
It's a mozzarella.
No.
That's the second favorite. What is your favorite kind of cheese? Like if you're just going to eat a piece of cheese out on its own, is it Brie? Like you say it is?
No, it's
Like
an
the
aged
elites
Gouda
and-
with those crystals in it. I love that. That's my go-to.
Aged Gouda with
even though I
crystals.
found some really white Kerrygold that makes the butter. I told you about that. They had a big block of cheese, a white cheddar, and it was super good. Super good.
That's mine.
Cheddar's probably mine. I mean, come on.
Mine
Cheddar's
is an
the-
extra sharp
Yes.
New York cheddar.
Oh, wow.
Like if you could extra sharp New York cheddar.
What are
I
they
don't
doing
know
in
what
New
they
York?
do.
Is it the?
I have no idea what they're doing in upstate, but which really sucks for because I look at New York and what's their favorite cheese? Like they have the best cheese on the planet that comes from New York.
Yeah.
At least to me, it's that extra sharp white New York cheddar. Mozzarella. Mozzarella is the least flavorful cheese. Like you can't just snack on mozzarella. You know? You just you can snack on it, but it's very, very just flat. You know, it's there's not a lot of flavor to it.
Hey Siri, how do you pronounce mozzarella in Italian?
Are you asking a AI to how you pronounce mozzarella?
You shut up so I can hear what she
I mean,
said.
come on. Are you serious? You're going to say duh mozzarella,
because-
moron?
What's the name of the Italian white? Damn it! Hey Siri, what's the name of the Italian
This
white
is why
cheese
China's kicking our ass in AI.
in Italy? All right, it's not going to work.
See? Apple's update
Stupid
sucks.
slut.
And yesterday, that's why all those tech stocks took a bath. They're like, you can't even ask Siri anything anymore.
93.3 KZOZ rocks. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning on 93.3 KZOZ.
Jeff and Jeremy in the Morning podcast brought to you commercial free by another podcast. You've subscribed to ours, now subscribe to theirs. It's the SLO County Real Estate Podcast with Hal Swayze. When you're done with this, go listen to something that will actually enrich your life. California DRE 01111 911.